While I was playing around, I was impressed by this old vintage toy car, so I decided to take it back to my garage and give it a thorough makeover. You can notice that the car is filled and covered with everything that can be found on the streets. I'm starting off by removing the outside dirt before disassembling all of its parts. Bolt by bolt, the toy car will soon be in dozens of pieces. I'm using tweezers in order to disassemble the parts without making any damage. And here's how the framework of the toy car looks like from inside. Disassembling process gone right. I'm now moving on to the second part. I'm using both powdered detergent and liquid detergent for a more effective cleaning. I'm saying farewell to years of dirt with the help of this electric scrubber. Since the framework is all clean now, what I'm going to do is air sandblast its current color. The type of oil I'm using right now will make the color of the toy car fall off by itself. What's left for me is just a wiping of the old color with a normal tissue. I'm coloring the framework with this nice gray color. Filling the texture in order to make it smooth as possible for the next coloring process. Mixing the color well before putting it in the paint sprayer. The paint sprayer I'm using will add a nice and shiny finish to the framework. It's about time I show you my artistic side while paint spraying this bright violet. Slowly but surely, the framework is getting a bright violet finish. I'm making sure that every piece looks as violet as possible. Adding some tapes in order to spray paint some details. I'm removing the tapes and revealing how the white details turn out. A shiny finish to make the violet and white combination stand out. Now that the framework is all ready, I'm going back to restore everything that's left. I'm using the same detergents I used for cleaning the framework. It gets a bit more challenging here for me since there are so many tiny details that need to be cleaned by hand. After the pieces are all cleaned and dried up, I'm paint spraying them white. These details are getting a touch of the same violet color I used before. Everything is restored, cleaned, and painted. Now I'm assembling the pieces back together. I decided to use the same bolts as well in my attempt to preserve its authenticity as much as possible. The pieces are assembling quite easy. That means that the restoration process was done successfully. I'm adding the tires back into the newly restored framework. I'm securing everything up by putting one piece in its respective place and then adding the bolts. I made sure for the engine to look this good and also fit with so much ease in the toy car. I'm giving everything a quick test before revealing the end result. Besides looking like a brand new one, the toy car is also functional and ready for an amazing playtime. A classic like this one never goes out of style. This edition will proudly stand on the top of my collection.